And welcome back everyone to Trekyards Mission Briefing, a weekly dose of Wednesday ship discussion, theorization, analysis, first look, and just chit chat. We look at lots of ships from all plethora of the Star Trek universe. Today is a fully canon, fully cool, fully rendered for you. What we do here uniquely at Trekyards, bringing the extra love. And I'm Commander Cockings, and my co-host today is Captain. Stuart. Foley.
I'm confused. You said Trekyards mission briefings, but I thought we were looking at the Expanse today.
Well,
so isn't this a Fleet Yards mission briefing?
Oh, so you read the show notes. Good. No, the ship is in the oh, I see the confusion. It's in the Expanse, but in the Expanse from Enterprise.
Oh, yes. That area of space where weird things happen and there's distortions and things are changing and Vulcan ships go crazy. You know, lots of cool stuff happens in there. But, yeah, you're right. We're heading to the Expanse. Sorry, that was really bad.
That's brilliant, anyway. Actually. I was expecting something else. That was fun. So today we're looking at Degra's ship. Yes. There's a lot of new ships in Season 3. A lot, because a lot of new sub-races of Xindi. And this is... Now, see, it's funny. In my head, it's one of the standouts. But that's me. What do you think?
I don't really even remember Degra's ship that much. I mean, I'm looking at it now going, okay, I maybe remember the vague shape, but I didn't think those guns were so prominent.
Yeah, so Degra, as we know, is the Xindi humanoid who starts off as an enemy. He's the designer and builder of the weapon and then becomes a friend. And that's one of those great arcs of Season 3. Actually has an arc, and it works. And his character is really nicely done throughout the year. This is a private ship that you see him use, which then, by the end of the season, we sort of see as the primary hero ship that the humans fly in for a bit, because it's faster than the Enterprise in the Expanse. So we do focus on it quite a few times, and it's meant to be quite powerful for its type. This is a new render of the ship, and you can see the cannons. But what's interesting, though, is the next picture is the original concept for the ship. Now, originally, and in the show files, it's called Xindi Cargo Ship. I call it Degra Ship because it's Degra Ship. It's just designed to be a cargo ship, but ends up being more important than that. I didn't know if that was necessarily intending to be the design. So originally it was just a cargo ship. And Degra's flying it, but I mean, he could have swapped ships.
Yeah. Well, like I just said, too, I mean, going back to that first picture, it doesn't feel like a large ship to me. It feels very small, like a 1-2-man fighter. But just because of the size of those guns, they're just ridiculously overproportioned for the size of the ship. It's not a huge ship, don't get me wrong. It's not very big, from what I can recall, but it just seems a lot smaller here, or even like an unmanned probe.
Okay.
Or a drone of some sort.
Possibly.
Because if you go to back to the concept sketch, you can see the size relative to the people, so it's not super huge. I think it was upscaled a bit for the show.
And we'll see scale in a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
It really is just, we only see like 3 rooms the entire ship.
Yeah.
We get to see the bridge, which is pretty big, and the ready room, and we know there's a transporter room, and there's quarters. But it's I mean, he only ever has a crew of 3. So my internal remembering from the show, the vibe was it is just a personal craft, as much as the captain's yacht would be. So it's just the ship he picked, and it picked it because it's one of the fastest. It's faster than all the capital ships beyond the biggest capital ships, like the Xindi, not Arboreals, Aquatics, but the Xindi Aquatics have faster ships. This is meant to be the zoomiest. I think that's on purpose. It's a fast cargo. And what do you think of this concept sketch? Because I think they really, Pierre Droulet made it exactly the same.
Yeah, fantastic. I love these concept sketches, and I love the landing gear. I love that front landing gear, the way it's shaped. Kind of goes against your expectations, but works so beautifully. And a
lot of glowing engine bits. Like a lot of glowing engine bits.
Yeah.
But let's talk double scale. The next view is a bit of a scale shot with some interesting ships you don't normally see in scale shots, because I thought it helps the human perspective. You've got the NX-01 model from Enterprise, obviously the Tholian, because why not? Degra ship above them. Next to that and to the left is the shuttle pod, which you should better visualize the scale. And next to that is the Xindi insectoid shuttle, which was used in several episodes as, again, our ship we nick and then use.
I thought it was Captain Proton's ship. Anyway, yeah, it's actually a little bit smaller than I remember, but based on that last picture with where I was talking about how it seems like a fighter, this kind of makes sense. Because you compare it to the size of the Enterprise bridge, there doesn't seem to be room for a bridge, transporter room, ready room, and then quarters for 3 or 4 people. It seems almost a little bit too small for that. Plus all the hardware, the engines,
and the cargo bay, because it's a cargo ship.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the transporter is more just a. I mean, we've seen in Discovery the vertical transporters. I mean, you can just have a emitter on the wall and just stand next to the emitter. I'm sure there's ways of just doing. If it's only 3 people, you only need to beam at max 3 people. So I'm sure a single pad would be fine. A single, you know what I mean? Although to be fair, we do see Degra beam aboard a Mako team, so there's at least 4 people that can. But it could be site to site. The Xindi are relatively advanced for their, and obviously each race has different advancements. But it's not big. And boy, it's underwhelming as a shape, isn't it?
A little bit from the top. But let's go to the side for a second, because that always gives a new sense of scale.
And I threw a lot more ships in this one.
Yeah, but not so much in this one, for me anyway. You can see some other Xindi ships there as well, and I gotta say, there's a nice visual tie-in with other Xindi ships. Wow.
I mean, it does. It's kind of strange, though. Now, it looks like it should have been a Xindi insectoid. The shapes are relatively similar. The colours identical. The glow's identical. It is not a arboreal, not an aquatic. So there's no reason to think that it wasn't an insectoid design that Degra liked and just retrofit the insides. It's so small it wouldn't take that long to refit the inside. Maybe they have fast ships. They wanted a fast ship. I mean, he built the weapon, and the weapon was underwater, and they used the other Xindi insectoid to go underwater. So I mean, who's to say?
Yeah, exactly.
And then obviously you got the.
It just doesn't seem big enough for anything that we need here. You know what I mean? It just.
Well, I mean, it's between 1 and 2 decks of inner space. I mean, you can stand up in the shuttle pod, not fully, but you can, and it's at least 2 of those tall. So at least it's 1 full deck, and it's what, like. I mean, why don't you jump to the bridge shot, the picture Z? Now this then must feel ginormous. This is like the entire ship.
Yeah, it would feel like it. That's what I mean. Like, because I remember these bridge shots, and it's like pretty roomy.
Yes.
I just assumed it was a little bit bigger than what we're seeing, but whatever. I mean, it's the TARDIS effect, I guess. Happens all the time in sci-fi. Anyway.
Or it need to be like 50 meters bigger, so that it was 2 decks. That's important. This top deck is just bridge, and then captain's quarters, and then lower you've got the other 3 rooms.
Yeah, that would work.
Because he could sleep in his ready room. This is not a human ship. It's not even Alpha Quadrant. It's just, in the sense that the Expanse was locked behind a wall of, they didn't know anyone else from the outside world. So who's to say they don't? Who's to say they don't have anti-gravity bedding? You know what I mean, in the transporter room. There's no reason to limit it. Maybe those side panels, those green things, are also the transporter pads. You step next to them and they beam you. There's no reason to say these things isn't.
Maybe those are the fold-away beds for the other 3 crew members. They can sleep on the bridge.
Yeah, but I always liked this bridge, but now look at it, it's like such a warehouse that they put a little 4 wall flats in and some desks.
It feels like one of those old offices you'd see from the 1940s where 4 secretaries are lined up with their typewriters, with the boss sitting behind them.
It's a very different bridge, though. It does look alien. Yeah. So super not. It's weird. But anyway, that's the bridge. Back to picture the one after the scale. Here's the back view, and you can see lots of glowing elements, which Pierre did completely replicate. So it's pretty hefty in terms of engines.
I agree. And they're very alien-looking engines. The shapes of them are interesting. One thing I'm noticing about this bottom shot, and I thought this from the side view as well, if it is a cargo ship, it could be possible that there's a cargo module that docks to that bottom section, so you don't need to take up any interior space of the ship with the cargo. It actually picks up pods, because it looks like that could dock right onto a pod. It's got like that rear clamp almost.
And then what if those white, there was more, I mean, they're obviously meant to be engines, but what if those white pieces at the front are actually like grav magnetic locks, and so when
tractor beams to hold it in,
yeah, exactly. I mean, we know that there is a door right there at the bottom which opens up and a gangway comes down via these. But who's to say that pods don't attach, and then I'd be totally down for that. Actually, it might even help the shape a little bit. Yeah, I like it. Next view from the back. Again, I mean, this is one of those things. We're nice to show little details, but it's such a small ship, and you normally see it in the context of other larger ships that it doesn't need the same level of detail. It still looks good, but it's quite a simple ship. But also, it's apart from the big gun, which we'll get to in a second, it's also quite Matt Jeffries in that everything is internal. Also, there's no room to fuss. Like, it's such a small ship.
Mm-hmm. I do like the use of negative space in the design, though. The cutouts in the fin and stuff, they look really dramatic from the side. And it's, again, really interesting shapes. It's not like 90-degree angles. It's nice and curved and really well done.
Yeah, it is alien feeling, which I like.
Yeah, the next shot is from the front. Now, do you assume that that's a front bridge window? Because I can see those desks and things, or the consoles being lined up with this, and that being the front of the bridge. That would be kind of neat, actually.
I'm not against it.
I don't know if we ever saw the screen on that ship.
No, we never saw a reverse view, so it could be either. Or it could be the deflector. I mean, you know what I mean? Either way, it would fit either way, which is kind of good though. It's like it's a detail. It's up to you to how you interpolate it. But the next details, or the one that stands out, is the guns, the big guns,
which looks super familiar. It looks like they just took them straight off of another model. I just can't think of what model it would be.
Well, they were sketched looking very similar to that in the original concept sketch.
No, they look like I've seen them in 3D model form before. What about the retro bird of prey? The ones on the side, or?
No, I thought you might say that, but no, they're different. Similar, but different.
Interesting.
I mean, it's a very simple design. They're basically more squarish. Actually, if you look at it, it looks as if the front guns can actually spin on the axis of the circles, and then those can then be pushed out. And if there's gimbals, there's a pivot point. So actually, they'd be like going nah, 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 nah. So actually, pretty flexible, really.
Yeah. Like 360-degree phasers or something.
Yeah, kind of cool. And if you go to the last picture, it's funny because when we did this as a fact file before, and I knew there was more to the ship because they do focus on it, and you'd written only a single weapon because of the turret. But actually, I went back and watched the appearance, and it has multiple weapons from multiple places that are very rarely these cannons. So you can do a lot more from places.
I don't remember doing a fact file for this. I know it was on the to-do list. I don't think I ever finished it, though.
Yeah, we filmed it, and I rendered it. And
did we release it?
Nope, season 2. But no one watched season 1, so we didn't make season 2. We didn't finish it anyway.
That's why I didn't think it was finished. Okay. We filmed a lot of stuff.
It's been 4 and a bit years now, Stuart. Happens.
Yeah. It's a cool design, a cool shape. I would upscale it, though. I would upscale it quite a bit, and I would get rid of those cannons, make them a lot smaller to show that size, because it feels like a personal yacht, which I think it is supposed to be with Degra. But I can't translate the rooms that are needed into that size in my head. I would need to see some kind of deck configuration or layout. But anyway, it's a neat design, very interesting shapes, cool look. Just I would upscale it a bit or make it a small fighter or something.
I think it's a weird one because it's scale and it was focused on but wasn't up detailed for that. It wasn't I don't think intended necessarily to be that in the later season. I feel like it needs another pass of detail, markings, ideas of where things come out, ideas of hatches, of, so yeah, exactly, like the captain's ready room window, and you can see inside that, you see the scale. Like, it needs an up detail, as it was the hero of a 3-episode arc, to flesh out beyond a set of shapes, because it works in terms of shapes, but it's not fully fleshed out enough to really work as a ship, I think might be my closing thought on it.
Yeah. Cool. What do you guys think of Degra's personal ship? It did play quite an important role in the episode, or in season 3, of Enterprise. And it was nice to get a closer look at it here. So what do you guys think? Put your comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification icon so you get notified every time we upload. And hopefully come and watch these uploads, because it's very important for the YouTube algorithm. And also, don't forget to share the video around. Everyone you think will enjoy it. Just getting the word out there and getting more views is very beneficial. So,
and obviously this is a unique thing. Got to see the ship in detail for the first time in high def. So yeah, well, in terms of these sort of clean views. So if you want to support us to do more, Patreon is a great way. Monthly donation service for YouTubers like us. Put any amount, $1, $10, $20 a month, that comes to us, and it allows us to make the show, or a one-time donation at Trekyards.com, or you can join our lives we do every single week, and you can do what's called a super chat, whereby it, in the regular chat, it goes by very quick, but if you put $1 or more in, then it pops up and we know exactly who you are, where you are in the chat, and we can read your comment. And doing those lives have been a huge benefit to the channel and allowed us to keep going through 2018, the end of this year. So it's been amazing. So if you want to join those, part of the conversation on whatever topic are, and support the channel, that is a perfect way of doing it. Or buy Igomos, because we have an Igomos affiliate, thanks to Stuart. Yay. And you can save money by spending money, but it's good. It makes sense. Yeah.
Just look in the description below. There's a lot of relative links, things you can check out, and our social media links are all there, so you can join us on a regular basis. So anyway, until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Connor Kongs. Bye, guys.
Let's head into the expanse.